Fear might be attacking you right now. Fear of poverty, rejection, not being loved, aging, public speaking, or getting sick. You will learn how to cure these fears. In this article, I have some answers for you. To receive our next content, follow our channel. I am a jurist and have information about crimes in Brazil. More than 60,000 people have been murdered each year over the past 10 years. Sources: FBSP, IPEA. Millions of people walk around as if they are alive but are already dead, even though they haven't been murdered. This is one of the things that worries me most on Earth. What does this to people is fear. All fear points to the fear of death, a phrase I always say, and those who know me already know, life is an adventure, and no one gets out of it alive. Pay attention, no one gets out of it alive. One way or another, you will die. It's a fact. The people who keep scaring you will also die. Those who fear death actually fear life. This, to me, is terrible. Failing in life might seem bad, but living an entire life without doing anything is like never having lived. Fear makes a general appear insignificant. It paralyzes you and prevents you from seeing all the potential the Creator placed in you. In combat sports like MMA and boxing, there's something very cool. In a fight, the winner receives what is called the full purse, a cash prize for the victory. The loser also gets a cash prize called the partial purse. But if an athlete quits the fight besides not earning anything, losing their honor, and tarnishing their name, they receive a fine for not fighting. How much loss are you accumulating in your life by being paralyzed by fear? What enemies are you pretending are your friends to avoid facing them? Those who fear criticism stand still and don't pursue their own projects. Those who fear aging avoid maturity. Those who fear rejection cling to the first person who appears. Those who fear heights demonstrate fear of personal and professional growth. Fear compromises your creativity. Each type of fear generates a block in a specific area. What is your biggest fear? In my book, Anti-Fear, a bestseller in Brazil, I talk about neuroscience and mention emotional and practical aspects related to fear. The brain fears the unknown. It wants to preserve you and doesn't like to expend energy. We all have physiological fear or reflex fear. On a ski mountain in Lake Tahoe, USA, I realized that I also fear new things. I remembered what happened to the pilot Michael Schumacher, who went into a coma due to an accident on a ski slope. My brain warned me, you are a father of 3, you have a wife, and you need to fulfill your purpose on Earth. It was trying to stop me from going down the mountain. But of course, I made my descent, and physiological fear didn't stop me. It was a great experience for me. You might hear me say in many of my lectures and videos that I fear nothing. And it's true. The fear I don't have is emotional fear. It amplifies the signal of physiological fear and makes you flee from the situation or remain paralyzed in your condition. This fear comes from beliefs and experiences implanted in your head by people you trust. You can learn to control it, and I will teach you how to do it. Those who don't seek to learn and develop new skills are fearful people. Many fear learning about digital marketing and online sales, for example. This is an area I dominate and have been teaching every day. Those who are learning and applying the tools are overcoming fears, making money, and changing their lives. 98% of the world's population is plagued by fear. They are led by the other 2% who are fearless and rule the earth. The 98% live enslaved like the people of God in Egypt. The Word of God teaches that we must be strong and courageous. If it states this, who can say they lack courage? Even my eldest son, Lorenzo, when he was 6, used to say, "Daddy, fear is afraid of us, right?" When you discover who you are and activate your identity, you run over all these ridiculous fears. The only way to rid yourself of the dominance of fear is by using the confrontation code. You can't dominate on Earth if you're afraid of everything. Once, I invited a speaker to talk in the auditorium of my company, and I noticed the audience liked him a lot. My brain kept telling me, your audience liked him more than they like you. What did I do to face this emotional fear? I bought several of his books and gave them to those who liked the lecture, and I even said, "Read this book because the guy is very good." I don't carry fear at all. The matter in our body is made of a negative part, electrons, a positive part, protons, and neutrons. The word says that the fool's heart inclines to the left, showing that our body has a tendency towards negativity, the negative cognitive bias. Fear is a seed that feeds on negative thoughts, words, and behaviors, and it is overcome with action. You don't see when this seed is planted, but you can find the sprout that grows from it and need to pull it out as soon as you find it. Even if fear seems like a big shrub, take action and you will see the branches, trunk, and root of this fear dry up in your life. Being loved is fundamental to abandoning fear. And this love comes from the only one who is true, who does not err and has no commitment to lies. You know who I am talking about. Access the Creator. Seek intimacy with Him, investing time in this relationship. Lack of intimacy generates unbelief that leads to fear. And if you want to practice 5 exercises to become a courageous person, watch this video until the end. 1. Gradually face your fears. Face small fears in your daily life. Are you afraid of public speaking? Practice speaking in front of a small group of friends or family. Each small victory reinforces your courage and diminishes the power of fear. 2. Positive visualization. Imagine yourself successfully overcoming your fear. Close your eyes and visualize every detail of the situation where you face and conquer the fear. This technique prepares your brain for real action, reducing anxiety and increasing confidence. 3. Restructure your thoughts. Replace negative thoughts with positive ones. Whenever a fearful thought arises, question its validity and replace it with an empowering thought. For example, if you think "I can't do it," replace it with "I have the skills and resources to overcome this." 4. Practice deep breathing. Fear often triggers physical responses in the body, such as increased heart rate and shallow breathing. Practice deep breathing techniques to calm your nervous system. Inhale deeply through your nose, hold for a few seconds, and exhale slowly through your mouth. This helps reduce anxiety and clear your mind. 5. Immediate action. Fear grows in procrastination. Identify an immediate action, no matter how small, that you can take toward facing your fear. It could be making a phone call, sending an email, or making a decision you've been avoiding. Direct action combats the paralysis of fear. If you like these exercises and want to keep receiving more valuable tips, follow our channel and activate notifications so you don't miss any